How's it going, everybody? Ragroth here. So in honor of Sephiroth arriving in Smash Ultimate, I figured it was worth it to look back on his other playable appearances, namely in fighting games, and see which game did the best in representing him. When I mean representing him, I mainly mean in his moveset and the feel. Like, it really needs to make you feel like you're playing Sephiroth. But obviously I'll factor in other things like appearance and such. Sephiroth has been in a total of 5 fighting games, with 3 being in the same series. We'll start in chronological order. So the first fighting game Sephiroth was ever playable in was Ehrgeiz God Bless the Ring on the PS1. This was a fighting game Square published, and the arcade version featured Cloud and Tifa as guests, and the console version added Sephiroth, Yuffie, Vincent, and Zack Fair. It was a 3D arena fighter that was like a mix of Tekken and Power Stone, at least that's what I thought. Now, I don't know if I need to say it, but this is easily the weakest Sephiroth appearance. First of all, Ehrgeiz wasn't a bad game. It was just okay. It was very clunky, and due to this, I can't really capture the feel of someone like Sephiroth. Secondly, Sephiroth was just a clone of Cloud in this game. While the two have similarities, they don't use the exact same fighting style or spells. I feel like this isn't that fair because Ehrgeiz is an old-ass, obscure PlayStation 1 game. And it did what it could for the time, but I gotta tell it like it is. For appearances, Sephiroth just had the shirtless look as an alternate, no other alternate colors from what I remember, maybe like a green or red palette swap, I forget. So the next fighting game appearance of Sephiroth was years later through Dissidia Final Fantasy. There was 3 games in the series, with the second just being a prequel kind of expansion, and then the third being a reboot, gameplay-wise at least. I think story-wise it was kind of... I don't know, it was weird. It seemed like a sequel, story-wise. Then, of course, the original reason for making this video, Sephiroth, at least at the time of recording this video, is the most recent addition to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I think it's safe to say that it's down to the Dissidia games and Smash Bros. Ultimate in terms of which did Sephi the best. Now with Dissidia, I think what helps is that these games basically feel like you're playing Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So I guess there's some immersion. Him and Cloud, I think, were basically designed to be the most accessible characters, though more so Cloud. They basically made Sephiroth kind of slow, but his attacks give off the impression that he's so fast, so that it's not quite the same as like Garland or X-Death, one of the slower characters. I love that Dissidia NT included his Kingdom Hearts outfit, which is personally my favorite design for him. Actually, I think Duodecim also had it, but you needed like save data from Birth by Sleep, and I think it may not have been for all regions. I know Cloud and I think Squall were region locked. He has a good chunk of all his trademark moves from FF7, like Supernova as his ultimate or EX Burst. Shadow Flare is one of his brave attacks, for instance. I think what kind of hurts Sephiroth in Dissidia, it's less so him, but more so how Dissidia works. First of all, Dissidia has Brave and HP attacks. Hitting with Brave attacks increases the power of your HP moves, which basically deals the damage. Now, while I have nothing against this system, if you're playing as a badass villain like Sephiroth, you're probably not thinking, let me hit this guy enough with these brutal attacks that actually aren't really hurting him, and then actually do damage with a different attack if it hits. Again, not hating on Dissidia, but in terms of playing as Sephiroth, it's not really the ideal way you'd think of mowing people down. Secondly, this is more directed at Dissidia NT, but in NT you can only have one HP attack equipped at once. You couldn't even have access to his full arsenal. I think the PSP games were less restrictive with this, though I do think it was still difficult to get all of his techniques in one moveset. Now Smash Bros, I feel like the two problems, or maybe just nitpicks, are that the one move I feel like Sephiroth is missing is Meteor, or better yet, Black Materia. This is also one issue I had with Cloud's moveset in Smash. One of his limits is missing, and it's one of my favorites, which is Meteor Rain. Hell, this is actually one thing that Ehrgeiz actually does right over Smash. I guess Sakurai maybe just couldn't balance these kind of vertical projectiles that come from the sky. Also, the only alternate Sephiroth has is the shirtless outfit, and none of his colors seem to reference anything specific. This is an area that I wish Smash would improve on in general, though I guess all things considered, Sephiroth doesn't have it the worst in this area. Oh, also, a bonus nitpick, but he only has his Japanese voice just like Cloud. I really don't understand this. I think it's a union thing, but still. So I talked about Seph's appearance in 3 fighting games. Some things that worked and some things that didn't. So which one do I think works the best for our favorite one-winged angel? Well, it's a really close call between Dissidia and Smash Bros. But I have to give the slight edge to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know. Maybe I just have recency bias, and I know I have a love-hate relationship with Dissidia NT. But hear me out, though. Smash Ultimate does, I think, a better job of making him fast, but also very strong. He feels slightly closer to his boss fight in Kingdom Hearts, though obviously not that overpowered. Of course, you have his full moveset available too, and he basically has all of his trademark moves from FF7. The execution of them is also pretty creative. Sure, he doesn't have Meteor or Black Materia, but I guess Flare is like a horizontal meteor, and I mean, Supernova is basically Black Materia on crack. Speaking of Supernova, it is exactly how it is in FF7, just sped up, unlike the Dissidia version. I think another great thing about Sephiroth in Smash is that it shows he's not just a powerful swordsman, but a powerful mage as well. There are some moves like his dash attack and some of his throws where he doesn't use his sword. He's kind of like Mewtwo fused with a swordsman character. They also just don't represent FF7, but Dissidia as well, since he has Scintilla. Though I guess that also came from Dissidia, but never mind. Lastly, even though you don't defeat opponents in Smash, traditionally like Dissidia, I'd argue it's closer to an actual fighting game goal. Not to mention that Smash allows for stamina battle, which is a traditional fighting game method. Hell, it's the mode they had you fighting Sephiroth in the special pre-release event for him. That's about it, though. I wanted to just go over the past fighting games Sephiroth appeared in and what game I think did him the most justice. Like I said, it's a close call between Smash and Dissidia. I just think Smash does it a hair better. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys prefer him in Dissidia. Hell, maybe you prefer him in Air Guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, I'm just starting to do a Discord, so feel free to join in the link in the description. But thank you so much for checking out this video, and as I always say, another time, another place, keep being awesome.
その痛みで私を思い出せ